Good morning. Well, the weekend is upon us and we are going to be kick-starting what is going to be a really fun and exciting few days here on Crafters TV over the weekend, over the Coronation weekend. And that means we're going to be bringing you some inspiration, lots of inspiration, but of course some new launches and incredible deals as well. We've got some lovely incentives that you're going to find across on the website. First and foremost, they are crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au. This is where you're going to find everything. What I do want to give you a head start as to just now, over the weekend, double points. Double points, that's going to be running all the way through the weekend, right up till midnight your time on Monday, of course in celebration of the Coronation. So double points on all of your orders. So make sure that you get whatever it is you're wanting. Make sure you stock up on any of these additional incentives. If you got yesterday's incredible launch, you will absolutely want to get today's launch because it works together perfectly as well. It's exclusives. But not only that, when it comes to single items, if you're wanting to stock up on some single items, then of course you can then be taking advantage of 20% off your order. Now what you do need to do when you get to the checkout on that promo code, I need you to put in CROWN20. So CROWN20, that's then going to take off that 20%. Now, that excludes any of your April and May launches, and it does exclude bundles. This is all on individuals, but this is the perfect opportunity to then get your hands on, as I said beforehand, maybe selective items that you just want to stock up on, individual items. It's a great way to do that. It is, of course, all across on the website. Now, we're going to be flipping and flopping today. You've got me here right now for Wake Up Call presenting. You're going to have Ben presenting later on for softer side, and then I'm going to be back for launch day, but I'm going to be on the demonstration side because who I do have, and in actual fact, I'm going to introduce you to two people because we've got Becky, but we're also bringing back Friday Fun. Now, what we are going to be doing is having a chat with the team. Today it's going to be Liam. Hey Becky.
Hello.
Hey Liam.
Hello.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Very well, thank you very much. Very well. Now, I don't want to go into a lot of detail at the moment because, Liam, you have been, well, you're always very busy, and you have been this last week or so, here at work and in your personal life. Later on, what we are going to be doing within this show, we're going to have a really good conversation with you, aren't we?
We are indeed. I'm going to tell you all my joys of the last few months and what I've been up to and everything.
Yes, because you're very creative on the creative side. You're very creative backstage. You love your running. You're very creative when it comes to theatre as well.
Yeah.
You are so high up there with Sarah when it comes to HSN, QVC UK as well, which was phenomenal this week, can I just say. So it's lovely to see you. This is going to be the first Friday that we're going to be featuring this over, well, the foreseeable future. We're going to see you in an hour. And we're going to, as I say, get together and have a little chin wag.
Sounds wonderful.
Perfect. You can see Liam donning his medals there as well. If you do have any questions, if there is anything specific you're wanting to see, maybe you've just noticed what is around Liam's neck there, then we're going to be having a lovely chat, as we say, and see what all that medal is all about. I'll certainly never get one of them. Never. And notice as well, it's something new. It's 2023. Now, we do have to point out as well, we've got Becky, who's got her crown on.
Of course.
Now, can I just say, anyone that's new to us, please don't think that this crown is just for the Coronation. No. This is something, this is Queen Becky.
Yeah.
We're going to have our new king tomorrow, you know, the coronation of our king tomorrow. Yeah. But you are always our queen here at Crafters TV.
And in fact, I didn't have to buy this crown. It was just in my drawer in the green room.
Your dressing room.
You never know when you might need, exactly, you never know when you might need a crown.
Absolutely.
And when I pop out later on to go and buy some little tasty bits for tomorrow, I'm going to wear my crown.
You're going to, because you're here all weekend. Yeah, yep. Here all weekend, so it's going to be lots of fun. Looking forward to that.
All very coronation-y.
It is, yeah. I do have to say as well, you know, when it comes to myself and Becky, we always have a lot of fun. Myself and Leah will have a lot of fun later on as well. I do have to apologise because it's going to be even, well, yeah, we're going to have some fun. After today, I've got a little bit of a break. I'm taking a little bit of a break to recharge the batteries.
Nice.
I'm going to be back a week on Monday. So you know what? When you start to get in holiday mode,
Demop happy.
Yeah, you start to get giddy and excited, and it's like
it's going to be carnage, isn't it?
It's going to be carnage is the word. Carnage is the word. But yes, what we are going to be doing is we're going to be having a look at that launch later on. A lot of love already coming through from Liam. A lot of your love, and the fact that we've got Liam here. We're going to be having a chat with him within about an hour. If you're watching live, it's going to be in about an hour's time. time we'll have a chat with Liam. But Rachel's on the social for this morning. Sensational skies. And good morning, everyone from sunny Tenerife. Well, it was sunny here this morning until about, I don't know, the last 45 minutes or something.
Yeah, been pouring down with rain.
Pouring down with rain, so it's not sunny here. Hopefully it'll come out soon. We've got Lisa's in saying good morning from Minnesota. Daniela's saying good morning. Cheryl's in from Alaska. Sarah Brown is saying hello, hello, lol. I was in Becky's page sending you all hugs and loves from Melbourne, Australia. So take two. She was commented on your page. That's where it was.
Excellent. Hello.
Good choice, but it's lovely to see you. We've got our Kirsty D saying, good morning, everyone. I'm at work, but I'm also being destructive by the loud snoring that's coming from the dog. Glad you said dog. Imagine that, a work colleague just at the side. I know you get that sometimes, don't you?
Well, you know, it's a very quiet office in there.
You have to nudge some of them there. It's like, are you awake? Are you awake? Come on, you've got some work to do.
That's me. I snore so loudly. I had a little app on my phone and it told me I snored as loud as a motorbike.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So a few times when, you know, in between shows and I've been a bit tired, people say, well, have a little break in the green room. No, I can't do that because the whole of the building would be shaking.
Yeah. Oh, well then.
I know, it's
There
not
we
good.
go. Not good. Just to say that you don't do that, you know, at the hands of a sewing machine, you know, not in control of a sewing machine.
No.
No, we don't
Never operate heavy machinery when you're feeling tired, including a sewing machine.
Including a sewing machine. There you go. There's a good tip. There's something you learnt today. Rightio, we do have a fab launch. We are going to be having a look at it with Wake Up Call. However, we're predominantly going to be having a really good look at it within launch day later on today. That's going to be 6 o'clock here in the UK, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Now, not only have we got a launch, we have got the option to go with the showstopper. It's here. It's issue number 2, Crafter's Inspiration. Now, I was saying to you at the start, if you got yesterday's launch of that incredible Bohemian collection, you're going to want to get your hands on this one here. Why is that? Because you have got elements in here that are from the Bohemian collection. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, that's all very well, Craig. I just bought the collection yesterday. Why do I want to duplicate? What we've got within this box here, we have got some brand new items from the Bohemian collection that isn't included within that launch from yesterday. It's exclusive to the magazine. So if you thought that bundle yesterday was huge, you're just then going to come along and you're just going to extend that when it comes to the magazine. When it comes to the actual magazine itself, yes, you have got all the ideas, all the inspiration, not only from some of us on the team, but this is in collaboration with Practical Publishing. So you're going to find so many incredible crafters that are going to have their take. Now, there is the magazine. You've got your papers inside, you've got your toppers inside that you can take out. Now, this is what I mean by exclusive to this magazine. Now, look at that stamp set. This is, as you can see, Sarah's signature, Bohemian collection. This is the true and authentic Bohemian collection from Sarah's signature, but you do not find these in the big collection. You can only get these from this magazine. Not only that, what you're also going to be getting is a 4x6 embossing folder, not included. If you, within that big bundle yesterday, if you loved that incredible feather create a card die, you've now got an embossing folder to go with that one as well. Not only that, you've got your die set. Now look at all of these. You've got that feathers. Within that one there, you're going to be able to create so many beautiful projects, whether it's cards, whether it's going to be home decor, whatever you like. But that one there, and that one, and also that one. It's Sarah's signature, it's Bohemian collection, but these are exclusive to Crafter's Inspiration issue 2. So there is 3 additional items that you will not have got yesterday. You can only get them with that magazine. Now that's just the magazine. As I did say there, you have got your showstopper. You're going to get your Score Master as well. Now, if you've already got one, great to just have as a spare, or maybe if you're going to a craft club or a craft crop, or maybe in the side of your craft bag, you can always have 2. Always comes in handy. Or maybe you're going to be gifting that. That's all very well. What you're also then going to be getting is a full pack of your luxury silver cardstock, just to the side here. We've got our luxury cardstock. Now, it's 30 sheets, 10 shedless glitter, 10 mirror, 10 satin, plus a little bit extra because of the front. That's included. You're going to get your foam on a roll, that you can see here. And then you're also going to be getting a full pack. Not on my clock, Becky, not on my clock. Nope. No, no, you can boo all you want. Boo all you want. You're not going to get that song from me. And apparently Debbie Fisher's on holiday. Knew nothing about that. But yeah, when she's here.
I didn't realise she was away.
Neither did I. Neither did I.
Wow.
It's not as if she told us on the team about 40 million times over the last couple of weeks.
I'll tell you what,
yeah, George.
We better get good presents when she comes back.
We better.
Yeah.
She was at Universal yesterday.
Was she?
Yeah, the pictures, yeah.
I haven't seen them yesterday.
Awesome. Yeah, not surprised. Quite a lot from the pictures I've seen this morning may have an alcoholic beverage within her hand. Drink responsibly, of course. But yeah, you'll find that across. That's Debbie's social pages. You can see what she's up to. We say that because, of course, Debbie does love a sing-song when it comes to the foam on the roll. I don't. You won't get it from me. But what you will get is you will get a foam on the roll included within that showstopper collection. Crafters Inspiration, issue 2, that full collection, £40. Or $50. Already you're saving $27.94 or $40.74. Platinum price comes down to £32 or $50. No, it doesn't. Comes down to $40. Plus you're going to get 150 extra bonus points. This is incredible what you're going to be getting from that showstopper collection. Absolutely exceptional. Now some of you, how much? Right, 12 minutes into the show, 10% of the showstopper collection has gone. Now what I would say as well, maybe, and I'm going to put my hands up here, and if I put myself in your shoes, I'd look at that and go, do you know what, Becky, I've got the scoreboard, I've got lots of card stocks. Yeah, it's great to then just have the extras. I've got acetate. I just want the magazine. That's all that I want. You can go for just the magazine. If you want just the magazine, now not only when it comes to the magazine, you will get, of course, those exclusive Bohemian items. So these ones you are not finding within the big collection that Debbie and Sarah and Ben launched yesterday. You will also get these with all the ideas and inspiration. So if you do just want the magazine with these extras here, £14.99 or $24.95. Platinum comes down to $11.99 or $19.96. Plus you're still going to get bonus points. You're going to get 50 extra bonus points as well on top of that one there. Remember, within this one here, it is number 2. What that then means, this is now our Global Crafters Inspiration magazine. So beforehand, very briefly beforehand, we had an edition that would go out in the UK, then we'd have one that later on it would go out across Europe, then we'd have the same one, but later on stateside. We've stopped that now. It goes worldwide at the first launch, which is today, of our number 2 Crafters Inspiration. You've got that option, that showstopper, or of course that individual magazine. It's entirely up to yourself. We will have a look later on. However, we really are going to be focusing on that in the launch later on, which is 6 o'clock here in the UK, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Because with this Friday here, Hub and Becky, we're going to really focus on our softer side. We've got softer side coming up later on for 2 hours, but that's what we're going to be having a look at within Wake Up Call between myself and Becky. We just wanted to give you that head start when it comes to the magazine. Now, talking about Becky, because I know that I have just yabbitted on way too much, let's go back to the Queen herself, because you've got some incredible fabrics.
I do. I could listen to you all day, Craig.
Do you think so? Yeah, you're going to, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you've got a bit of a break. You've got Ben later.
Break, yeah, that'll be when I'm having little doze in between the shows.
Yes,
no,
snoring.
I've got to go food shopping for treats for tomorrow.
When are you going to do that?
In between my show and your show.
In the break.
Yeah.
In the break time.
No, not just.
I thought you were meaning softer. I was for a minute. I thought I was like, you realise you are actually on softer side. I'm not. I'm the one that's got the break.
Yeah, I'll get Craig to go do my food shopping for me. I was far too.
Give me a list.
You would, wouldn't you? Yeah,
I would.
Yeah. I need to go and do afternoon tea. I need scones and jam.
But with me? Actually, we have to discuss what we were texting about yesterday.
We do have to, yeah. It wasn't rude.
It wasn't rude, Johnny. Immature.
Oh dear, I can't take you lot anywhere. Yes, we do have some fabulous fabrics on this show. They're Macauer fabrics. These are, I have to say, they're my favourite patterns. I was really, really happy to have these back in stock because I think they're absolutely beautiful. The first one we have is your pink, large flowers on pink. If I open this up, so these are 1/2 metre each piece here. So you can see here, they are absolutely stunning. Obviously, you can get it in larger amounts. They're just priced at ½ a metre. They are absolutely beautiful. These wash really well, they iron well, and they make some absolutely beautiful designs. Next one is your ferns on blue. That's difficult. That's not that one.
Oh wow, look at that.
I'm not in order.
Very citrus.
Look at that. This is lovely. They're not in order.
Tracy.
I don't know. I don't know. There we go. You can see here, beautiful. Almost, you've got that fern colour, but you've also got these, I can't think what they're called, but you see them in the countryside.
The blowies.
What are they called?
The blowies.
Blowies. They're not called blowies.
I think it is. You know, you pick them and you blow them.
No, that's not what they're called. Cowslip. Cowslip, that's what I reckon they are, which originated in Kew Gardens. So that is your blue,
they
that's
look a
your
bit like
ferns on blue.
baby's breath as well.
Baby's, yeah, similar.
Similar.
Not the same, not the same. Then we've got ferns on pink. These are totally not in order. Now, these go so well together, these pinks, blues and greens that you've got here. Beautiful colours. Look at those, absolutely beautiful. And I cannot tell you how gorgeously soft and smooth this fabric is. It is stunning. This is your ferns on pink. Then we've got ferns on green.
Ray.
Now in order. Look at that. Look at that lime colour there, or with that pink. And if you saw the show that I did a couple of weeks ago, I used these fabrics for making those little cartonnage boxes, and they work really, really well together. So that is your pink and your green and your blue. Next one is your lotus on black.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
This is lovely, look at that. Really gorgeous. And you've got that little, get around the right way, Becky, you've got those little butterflies just to break up that pattern. Absolutely stunning, that is there. So it's your lotus on black.
Okay.
Your next one is your heron on turquoise. This is lovely as well. Look how beautiful this is.
Just to say very quickly, Becky, sorry, that last one you just showed, really, really popular, that one there. So
really?
Just keep that one in mind.
Fantastic. So this one is herons on turquoise. We did have a conversation about the difference between herons and cranes last time. It's to do with the length of the neck, I believe. Then butterflies on blue. We've got that next. Butterflies on blue, which is very pretty again, and quite sort of muted, this pattern
It is,
here.
isn't it?
So you can see, you know, from sort of far away, it looks very different. If you start zooming in, you can actually see the individual butterflies rather than focusing on the blue part of that. Very nice. There, you can see that. It's a bit rude, wasn't it? Yeah, George, zoom in. George, zoom out.
Right, zoom out, George.
That was so rude, Becky. There we go. That one is really pretty. And I think last time I was on with Ben, he was saying these look a little bit like lips.
Lips, I was the way to say the same.
Yeah, they do,
like
don't
pucker
they?
up.
Little butterfly kisses. Butterfly kisses. So that's your butterflies on turquoise. And then we've got butterflies on light blue. This, again, very pretty. And once again, you know, all of these patterns are working brilliantly together. You can see all those colours there. Not much stock of these, I understand. And do we have this last one? Is this one sold out? Look at that one.
Gone
That's
already.
lovely. It's gone.
It's gone.
You need to be quick. You need to be quick to get hold of these. So beautiful fabrics, really good price. So definitely make sure you pop those in your basket.
Fab. There we go. Now something else that you maybe want to pop into your basket, we have got, which is new to me, pick of the day. Now this is a fab one to have. This is your fabric. Pick of the day. So something brand new that we are doing Monday to Friday. Today's one is going to be fabric stabilizer and fabric coat duo. Now I'm going to tell you, if you want an in-depth explanation when it comes to these ones, I'm the guy for you. Now, you all right there, Becky?
I'm all right. I'm just tripping over stuff.
Yeah, don't kick the bucket just yet. Right, fabric stabilizer in your fabric, because I ain't doing softer side for 2 hours on my own with Ben, no way. $15.48 or $19.92. You've got a saving of over 30%. Now, £12.38 if you are platinum, or $15.94, this one being double points as well. Just to say, with anything brand new that you're seeing when it comes to brand new being as in pick of the day, you're still always going to get your Club Inspire on top of that one. But within this one here, so you've got the two in here. You've got the fabric coat, which you...
For?
you're going to coat it onto your fabrics.
Oh,
You've got a really good tub size that you've got on here. Now you've got that blue tinge here. Now just lightly apply it onto the fabrics, and then you apply the fabrics to where they need to go. But then you might need to stabilise the fabrics. Now within that you get the fabric stabiliser. This one here has got that cap, it's got that nice pump action there. Now within that one there it says exactly as it says on the bottle. So it stabilises your fabric.
What do you use it for?
So Becky, if you need to then, of course, cut your fabrics, but then when it comes to cutting your fabrics, you might just find it just gets a little bit ruffled and that at the edges or wherever you're going. You want to stabilise it. Now within that one there, this is so good for having it as a pick of the day, because it's still something that many of you at home know that you will need and then that you will use. If you are wanting to then do your die cutting with the fabrics, because with all those fabrics Becky had shown you, now what I would say, not that I cut fabrics a lot, don't do anything intricate, but any of your builder blocks, maybe any of your nesting dies, you can die cut these ones. This is when you're going to be using that stabiliser as well, because what it does is it stabilises it. It gives your fabric that little bit of rigidity to, of course, cut and then do. I'm just looking over to, can I just say, Becky at the side of me's going, just guiding me on what I'm saying. Let's not beat around the bush. Other than having an idea as to where I would use the stabiliser. The fabric coat, Becky, where would I use these ones?
Fabric coat makes your fabric waterproof.
There you go then.
Yeah. So all you need to do is, you have a look on the website, we've got some videos of using it. It's quite a thick, kind of viscousy kind of, it almost feels like a glue. You use it by either painting onto fabric and allowing it to dry, or you use it with a brush or a credit card or something like that, or a bit of card, and you put in layers. So this here is a raincoat, which we've put fabric coat on it. So if I pour some water on the top of it,
What a waste of gin.
and then waste of gin, and then it's dry. So great. So if you wanted to have, you had a really lovely, if you wanted to make sure that you had a really nice raincoat, so you can see now it's a little bit damp there, but underneath completely dry.
It's a waste of gin.
Waste of
Don't
gin.
waste the gin.
Sorry, that's for later, isn't it?
It is.
I'll use the vodka later. No,
Drink responsibly, everyone.
yeah, don't drink and then spray it all over your raincoat. Let's be honest, that's no good. But it will make things waterproof. So if you wanted to have a look for a raincoat, you found the fabric that you really liked, but they didn't have it as a waterproof fabric, you can make your own waterproof fabric. Great for toiletry bags, that kind of thing, where you want to make sure it's all nice and clean inside.
Okay.
So really, really handy item to have.
Yeah. You know, and having that little bit of a joke and that, but you know, you can see how these really are essential when it comes to your sewing craft, when it comes to, of course, your actual kit. Now, this one here, if you are relatively new to us, although it's just started within this week, it is what we're calling the pick of the day. Now, this is where Monday to Friday we've got a set item that is then focused on one individual item. This one being your fabric stabiliser and the fabric coat. So it is the duo, you get them both. That price there for something that's such an essential use within that soft crafts, for me, I would say that's a really good price at $15.48, $19.92. With it being a pick of the day, you're going to get your 30% saving. You're still going to get your Club Inspire on top of that, depending on what level you're at. If you're Platinum, it comes down to £12.38 or $15.94. Plus, you are also going to get your double points. Now, if you've gone, of course, for the showstopper, that's then giving you your 150 extra bonus points. If you're also going for this, because you dabble into soft crafts, then, of course, that's giving you double points when it comes to this. So today could be a day that could potentially actually build up, of course, your points when it comes to Club Inspire. But that is your pick of the day as well when it comes to your fabric coat and also your stabiliser. We have got a lot of you tuning in this morning. It's lovely to see so many names popping up. Christine Mahoney is saying, I love your crown, Becky. You look beautiful. You absolutely
Thank you.
do.
I love my crown.
You suit it.
I want to wear a crown all the time.
And it's very fitting that we have you here on, of course, which is Coronation Weekend.
Yeah. Oh, fitting, because I am a royalist. I am looking forward to watching it in between shows. I do quite like the whole pomp and ceremony of it, and I did like the idea of being able to dress up.
Yeah.
So I've got a ball gown for tomorrow.
Oh, man alive. Brilliant.
I haven't tried it on yet, so it might not be a ball gown tomorrow. It might be a red, white and blue dress instead. But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
If only if we knew a sewist that could adapt it if needed.
I don't have time to alter a ball gown tomorrow night, or tonight. I'm going to have a nice early night, I think.
Yeah. Tune in this weekend then if you want to see Becky. Is it, who are you on with? Corin?
Lily tomorrow and then
Right.
Corin on Sunday. Yeah.
Lily and Corin all weekend. That's going to be good. Lynn Blackledge is saying, couldn't afford the showstopper yesterday, so bought the magazine to get a taster. Do you know something? Thank you so much for saying that, Lynn, because absolutely, yesterday's collection, Becky, is beautiful, it's gorgeous, and it is a big collection, you know, but we take into account, of course, you know, some of you might actually not be able to reach it at this point.
Yeah.
So if you just want to go for the magazine that gives you that taster, but what's lovely as well, not only does it give you that taster, what it also does is it gives you something that you'll have not got from the main collection as well, and that's those extras in there. Answering Anne from Twin Cities, yes, the magazine comes with the papers and the toppers and that inside. What I'll do is we'll not go through it, but I'll just show you the inside where you've got all of these gorgeous papers. So these are all inside that you're just going to take out. This is all stapled. So what I've done, because your papers and toppers are all in the centre, it means take out the papers and toppers, but then your magazine still stays intact. Look at these gorgeous
they're
papers.
lovely.
They're all a matte, so you can ink them and spritz them if you want to, Becky. But look at that. Isn't it fab?
Yeah.
So these are ones that you're not going to find within that main collection there. So if you are going to want, or you want to go for just the magazine, then of course you can do that. $14.99 or $24.95. Platinum comes down to $11.99 or $19.96. But when it comes to the magazine alone, you will also get your 50 extra bonus points as well. It's all there on Shop the Day across on our website, .co.uk.com or .eu. That's where you need to go. Whether it is going to be the launch day items, showstopper, whether it's the soft craft items, all there for you to have a look at. Rightio, builder blocks that we're going to be having a look at. Now, when it comes to the builder blocks, I don't have them, so therefore Becky's got them. We've got a 30% saving on the builder blocks. Now, I referred to them a moment ago when it came to our pick of the day. This one here being your geometric arrows with the 8mm of fabric. You're going to get these $62.95 or $79.75. You've got a saving already when it comes to $27.96. Or for you guys stateside, $43.96. You can see on the screen, Becky will give us a good in-depth just in a moment, but if you are platinum, it comes down to $50.36 or $63.80. Then another one is everything else, as I was saying, on the Shop the Day, Becky. And what does this bundle consist of?
So these are our collections from Karen Lewis, who's a very well-respected quilt designer. So she's designed these dies to create this pattern. So we've got a sample next to me on the cushion, so you can see what it looks like. But it's exactly the same. You can see here, it's quite a fussy design actually, but it makes it really, really well worth your while because you've got so many different options to create these. There's nothing to stop you from just picking up a section. So for example, I've just used this area here and I've just replicated it, and then I put that as a border around a quilt rather than using the whole thing. So this is one of the projects you can make. There's actually 3 projects in each one of these. So you can make the cushion, you can make the quilt, and you can make an apron. And on the back it shows you the different shapes that you're going to be getting, and these are our multimedia dies, so it does mean they'll be able to cut through multiple layers of fabric at any one time. They're copper coloured, so you can cut through 8 or 6 layers of fabric depending on what you're using. Absolutely, yeah, and it does make it a real time saver because you don't have to waste your time cutting everything. You can imagine just this cushion, which is a fairly large cushion, but having to individually cut out all of those shapes and make sure they're super accurate would be really, really difficult. And obviously using the builder block, that eradicates any of those issues about not cutting anything correctly. Provided that you use a 1/4 inch seam allowance throughout, you'll always get that perfect finish. But we're also giving you these fabrics as well. So you've got a mixture of different fabrics here. You've got 2.5 metres worth of fabric here on this one. I think 8 metres altogether because we've got some others that are duplicated. I think we've got a few of these white linen look ones. But you've got the cotton peacock, you've got the grass green, you've got the hot pink, you've got the ballerina pink, and you've also got some of the linen look white cotton as well. So plenty to get you started in making some of these different designs, and they really do look fabulous. And I just think the builder block system is such a key item. If you've already got your Gemini and perhaps you've been using it for paper craft, you will be wowed by how quick and easy it is to cut out these multiple layers of fabric at one time and really start creating an amazing quilt very, very quickly.
Awesome. Now, we can say safely, these are going to go through, of course, your Gemini. Dare I even say, Becky, what about the Gemini 2?
Well, I think you're rubbing it in a bit here, Craig, because you've had the opportunity to play with the Gemini 2 and I haven't. I'm just saying, I've not, and there's security surrounding the Gemini.
You're telling me.
You can't get it without, and you may think that we're here and they're just here and free and easy, help yourself. No, it's not like that.
Nope.
I mean, I had to practically sign a declaration to touch it. And in fact, when you had it the other day and I went, oh, that looks nice, and you went, it's mine. Yeah, so, yeah, but it will go through the Gemini 2. Yeah, absolutely will. I've just not tried it yet because I haven't got one. But I will try it a little bit. Oh, that's really rude. I'm just saying Liam is outside wandering around with the Gemini 2 making faces at me. That is so rude.
Can I just, actually, can I just say, I know he's not mic'd up, but can I just say, because this actually refers to, now he's not until later on, I borrowed the Gemini 2 on Friday night because I'd done a little video. There may have been an email in that kind of pointed out strictly when I had to bring it back, what I had to bring back because I borrowed the plates. Isn't that the case?
Yeah.
So can I just say, yes, although I borrowed it, I had a deadline as to when I had to bring it back.
Yeah, we don't get...
It's not just. Oh, look at that!
Just a sneaky glimpse.
Just a sneaky glimpse. Yes. Official launch in a couple of weeks' time. Just giving you that little bit of a heads up. But yeah,
you're very lucky to have got the opportunity to have a play with it. I haven't had a chance to have a play with it yet, but I'm sure we all will do. And it will take all of those dies just as well as the Gemini, but with the added bonus for all the other little bits on it.
Yeah. I'm
looking forward to getting mine with the turntable and the place to put my iPad and everything else. I'm looking forward to it.
And I apologise because I know many statesides got it from HSN, many have got it this week from QVC UK, there's many waiting for it here. I did not realise how much the 3 USBs would be beneficial.
Yeah.
Certainly because I'm doing videos, so I always have my iPad, my phone and that. I just had the three, my iPad, my phone, and then an older phone that I use for the videos. And instead of having them in the different sockets, depending on where the camera is, up above, face on, etc., they all just came from my Gemini 2. It was so handy. So handy. So apologies for those that are waiting, but it is coming very, very soon. But yeah, as Becky was saying, any of our dies that are going to go through our, when I say our OG Gemini, we really do mean OG now being our white Gemini. Still going to work with them, of course. But if you are looking to invest in the new Gemini 2 over the next few weeks, then of course, or is it beginning of June, isn't it? You will be able to know absolutely. You can get whatever dies you want to get now, and you can absolutely use them if you are looking to invest in our new machine over the coming weeks.
Do you think we'll get them for our birthdays in June?
Given one?
Yeah. Do you think we'll get them wrapped up as a big present for us in June?
Well, maybe get an empty box wrapped up. Maybe get that empty box.
Yeah, we might do. Because they'd have to give three. They'd have to give three, wouldn't they? You, me, and Debbie for June.
Oh, because it's our actual birthday in June.
Yeah.
No, because then that wouldn't be fair on the rest of the team whose birthday isn't.
No, that's true.
Although in saying that, Ben did get a personalised, new fuchsia branded midi.
Maybe I'd get personalised branded scissors because I use them so much.
I think you should.
I should ask.
I think you should.
Well, I'm just going to message Leanne in the break.
Just do that. Leanne's the one. Right, we're sticking along with, of course, our soft crafts here. Now, I've got something where you buy something and then you're going to get something free. And it's something that I say quite often, and that is when we give you something free, we just don't give you something that has just been kicking about in the warehouse. Now, within this one here, you're going to be paying for your duo of your multi-ruler, but what you're going to get completely free, if you follow us on a daily basis, you follow each of us, you know how much I love our pastels. I love pastels, have done for about a year now, and that's not disappearing. You're getting these completely free. Now, when it comes to your quarters, you've then got your pinks, you've got your yellows, you've got your baby blues, the greens as well. So you're going to get all of that for free. What you are paying for is, of course, your multi-ruler duo. Now, within this one here, $39.98 or $45.90. That's giving you them both. You've got a saving of $12.99 or $16.95. Essentially, that's where your saving of the bundle comes. If you are platinum, it comes down to $31.98 or $36.72. Now, when it comes to these ones here being your multi-ruler duo, these are, of course, essentially that ruler aspect that's going to give you that nice, straight, precision, clean cut when it comes to your fabrics. Now, I say the clean cut, you will, of course, need your blade, your rotary blade, but this is the rulers with all the different measurements, different angles that you've got within these ones here. So within this one, you've got two different, well, actually, you've got a few different angles. If I turn it that way, you'll be, well, not really that clear. If I turn that one that way. This one is a lot more of the straight edges to them, Becky, I can see. This one here, you've kind of got your corners, you've got your 90 degrees as well as the straight edges. Both of them that you've got here, $39.98, $45.90. or $31.98. If you are platinum stateside, that's $36.72. They are on shop the day. Do you know what? With this one being your tri-square and that one being your log cabin, I don't think anyone could have described these any better than what I just done. However, let's give Becky a shot. How would you use them, Becky?
They're really handy because...
Oh, well, there you go then. There you are.
They're really handy.
Nothing beats
because
me.
they've got the measurements on there. So you create something like this. This is like a square quilt that you've got here. So the way it works is when you've got your pack, you will get your instructions in there. Oh, I'll get that out. It's got stuck at the bottom. So it... I'll have to get that out in a minute. But you can get a square... You get the option to make triangles and squares here. You can see.
Yeah. Whoa!
So you can see here, you've got all of these different instructions down here. So it shows you how to cut all those squares, and it also shows you how to cut the triangles. So you've got this here with the squares. So it allows you to cut things. If you've not got a Gemini and you've actually got a... Thank you, my trusty. You could put that round. You could take it around my face.
I wonder what you were going to say.
It was like, I thought it was just going to go around my mouth to tell me to stop talking. It will allow you to cut these kind of shapes without the worry of not having a Gemini to be able to cut them. But when they come into their own, so they're very useful for the squares and triangles. But I think the one for the log cabin is really, really clever because it shows you all the different measurements for the log cabin. You can see, this is a log cabin design, how effective they look.
It's not quite ASMR, is it?
No, not the way you're doing it, no. Just slowly. It's quite weird. It's quite an odd thing. Maybe that's what you should do with people when you're in a queue. Just be putting bits of sellotape out. That would really frighten them.
I could have done that in Primari yesterday, couldn't I?
Primani. So you can see you can cut all the different strips to create the log cabin. So they are really useful. It's lovely, isn't it? It looks really, really effective. If I hold the whole thing out. How beautiful that is. And obviously, if you've watched the show before, you've seen my favourite one, which looks like hearts, which is my... Is that a spider? No, it's one of my hairs.
A hair.
Yeah. It looks like hearts made out of all of these, just putting the shapes in the right place. Because you just start with a circle and you just work round doing all these strips around the edge.
Could you use your pick of the day on it? Not like directly on it, but while creating it. Would you use any of the pick of the day on this? Stabiliser or... No? Okay.
No, you wouldn't need... You could do... If you wanted to put that out in the garden...
I would ask.
No, if you wanted to put it in the garden, you wanted it to be waterproof, it was a table runner, use the fabric coat on it.
Have you seen these rugs that you get nowadays? Outdoor garden rugs?
Yeah. I used to sell them and the cushions.
Did you?
Yeah. And they're made of recycled plastic bottles, and then they are made into sort of like a fibre, and then they look like wool. So they don't get eaten by moths, and they don't deteriorate when they get wet.
Really? I thought about it on for my deck. I seen them on QVC last week, and I thought...
Yeah, I used to sell them.
There you go. Well,
full of useless information, that's what I am.
Oh, yeah, I've got something else, haven't I?
Oh, thanks. Thank you for fixing that for me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So the next one I've got.
It's just thrown on the floor.
Next one I've got. This is your. It is your Owl and Star multimedia die within these ones here. Your free threaders felt. Just to say as well, so do you know actually Terry Anderson, what I'll do is I'm not sure, I'll ask Becky, not sure if, actually the answer's probably yes, but let's fire it anyway. Terry Anderson is saying, are the metal fabric plates going to work in the Gemini 2 the same way they do with the OG?
I've not heard otherwise.
Yeah, no,
I'm assuming it all works the same. As I say, I haven't had the opportunity to try it out. I'm sure Leanne and Sarah have made sure that they do. Yeah, I can't imagine that they don't.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. Just while we were just talking about fabrics and that there, and I seen your question come through, but yeah, they will do. So yes, this is your Owl and Star multimedia craft die with your free threaders felt, $23.98 or $35.94. Now what you are going to be getting is exactly that, your owls as well as your star. Now yes, these are your multi-craft. Now what that means is they're a darker colour, so therefore you're going to go through your thicker and heavier mediums. Straight away you're thinking your fabrics, but then if you are wanting to do, you know, your mount board and then your chipboard, or you want to do multi-layers of cardstock or multi-layers of fabrics, you can absolutely do that. Within these ones here, the actual concept of these ones are creating this kind of like fun gatefold die that you've got here. So you've got the star, you've got the decoration as well as the little embellishment dies. If you are looking to invest in the Gemini 2, these will work with the Gemini 2. Yeah, these work in the same way, and therefore your actual plate does work as well, that metal shim, absolutely, for your soft crafts. So not only that star, you've got the owl as well. These are some really even essential, simple shapes, Becky, even if you're not using it as the owl or the star as such.
Absolutely, and I think actually with that, the star, where you've got that inner piece of the star, which is very intricate, that's when you would need to use your fabric stabiliser, unless you were going to be cutting it out of felt. Because it's so intricate, if you were going to be cutting it out of a piece of cotton fabric, for example, you want to have that kind of rigidity. You want to almost sort of make your fabric like, your fabric like paper. So using some of that fabric stabiliser on there, a few layers of that, leaving it to dry, then putting it through your Gemini should allow that very intricate filigree star to cut out perfectly.
Awesome. So then there you are. If you are going to be doing what Becky said, definitely look to go for our pick of the day when it comes to that stabiliser coat as well. But you are going to be getting both of these ones here. So within both of these ones, you've got the star, you've got the owl. But what you are also going to be getting for free is, of course, your threaders felt. Now this one being your bumper felt bundle here. This is what we are classing as the rainbows, because you've got all of these gorgeous bright colours that run all the way throughout. You are getting that one for free. That being today's price, $23.98 or $35.94. If you are platinum, that's then going to come down to $19.18 or $28.75. We've got a few finished samples here. Now, all of these, incidentally, have all been done in cardstock. But as we were saying before, absolutely go in when it comes to your fabrics if you want to. But it's a good way to show you can still use them for all of your cards. Maybe within this one here, you want to use them as little decorations. You can absolutely do that. Lovely way to get creative. Keeping it simple or going in that cute way, absolutely they can do. Aren't they fab? Really, really fab. So although they are multimedia dies, if you don't do a lot of multimedia cutting, maybe you don't necessarily do the heavier weight cardstocks or mediums, maybe you don't do the soft crafts, you can absolutely still just use these for your linen cardstock, your pattern papers, etc., etc. Slightly change of plate configuration, but you can absolutely use them, no problem whatsoever. As I say, $23.98 or $35.94. Okay, doke. Right, so let's have a look. We've got our border dies coming up now. This one being the chevrons that we've got. Now within these ones here, as I say, with everything else, you've got them across on our websites to go for. The chevron border dies, this is your 3-piece die with your free threaders half-metre bundle. $19.99 or $24.95. If you're platinum, it then comes down to $15.98 or $19.96. And for me, Becky, soft crafts or fabrics, I don't always think of borders.
No.
So what could we do with these ones?
They're really good for a little bit of decoration on your items. So you might want to use these for creating a kind of chevron to go around the edge of a quilt, for example. Or you may want them as a decoration on a cushion. So you could do lots of these different sort of strips all the way down as a cushion. So these can be, because they don't have an end die on them, you can cut multiple strips. So you could just cut your fabric into strips, and it could be up to 72 inches in length. It will only cut through 6 layers at a time, but you can sort of cut through all these different layers. So you could almost use this to sort of cover around a duvet cover, maybe, if you wanted to have that chevron edge around it. So really, really nice. You've got different sort of depths of chevron on here. I found that they worked really well if you wanted to cut 2 and then stitch them together, and then turn them out the other way. They still work really well. You still get that nice point on them. And then, of course, you're going to get this half-metre bundle. It's 4 pieces of fabric. You've got hot pink, you've got your grass green, you've got your orange punch, and you've got your peacock blue. I'm so glad I remembered what they were all called. Half metres of each, not half metres together, but half metres of each. And these are our Indian cotton. They are really, really beautiful to work with, nice and soft, great for any of your sort of soft craft furnishings, dressmaking, quilting. They work for everything.
Awesome. There you go. Nice little essential then that you've got when it comes to your soft crafts if you want, or of course still with your carded paper. Now I've got something here that you're going to get a couple of items for free. And one of the items, for me personally, I'm going to say don't use it within this bundle. And it'll become apparent in a moment. This one being your embroidery frame. Now this is your 2-pack. You're going to get your free thread and also the cardstock as well. Now within this one here, this is all about your embroidery. So you've got your wreath and roses. So you're going to come along with the thread that you're getting included, completely free, and then you're going to start to do your embroidery. Now you can go in a certain way, or you can be as creative as you want to. It could simply just be create a card, go in with your art liner and join them away. There's a lot of ways that you can use them, but you're going to be paying for your wreath and rose. You're also then going to be paying for your floral heart. So exactly the same, you are going to then start to thread them through with the threads, or of course over time you can start to purchase different threads, maybe metallic threads or maybe threads in your own stash, and start to use them. So $25.98 or $29.90, you've got a saving of over 25%. Platinum comes down to $28.78 or $23.92. So for embroidery, create a card dies where you've got the detailed die, you've got that outline die. For me, I would say that's a really good deal that we've got within that one. But the 2 items that you're getting for free is this whole load of thread. What a beautiful colour array, what a great big bunch. Because when it comes to each of these colours, you're not going to be using each thread at a time. You're going to like kind of de-strand a couple of the threads and use a couple of them. Just thinking back to my cross-stitching day, where it's maybe usually about two strands when it comes to your cross-stitching. So you're going to get all of that. Now for me, you can do whatever you like. But for me, I would say please don't use this for your embroidery die cuts. This is a full pack of Nina cardstock. Becky, I would be keeping that for my alcohol colouring.
Yeah.
That is the perfect cardstock you want to use when it comes to your alcohol colouring. Illustrators, classiques, tri-blends. Now I'm saying that you can, of course, absolutely you can die cut with this one. Of course you can, no problem whatsoever. I'm just saying this, for me, this is precious cardstock for my alcohol colouring. So when I get this bundle, what I would do is I would keep that cardstock in with my alcohol pen colouring sets that I've got in my little section in my craft room, and use that for my alcohol colouring. And then I would use all my other cardstocks, Centura Pearl, linen cardstock, all of these to do the die cutting. If I wanted to die cut white card, I would use my white multi-purpose cardstock. Or Centura Pearl with us, hint of Snow White. Any of those ones. This is just my personal opinion, because you're going to need that for your alcohol colouring, so why not just keep it?
Yeah,
and then it's just, think about it. When you get to a point, if you need to stock up, you know, in a week's time, 2 weeks' time, you're saving yourself a little bit of money, because you don't have to go and buy some, because you've already got some within your stash. As I say, it's entirely up to yourself. That's just my personal opinion on that one. But you're going to get them all. You're going to get your 2 die set. You are going to get all that thread for free and that Nina cardstock for free. $25.98 or $29.90. That's where you've got that saving of 25%. If you are platinum, it comes down to £20.78 or $23.92. Let's not forget as well, maybe there's a few things that, or maybe there's something, you're maybe like Craig, I've got everything on the show today, apart from the magazine. Maybe you're going to take advantage as you're stocking up on individual items when it comes to, you know, maybe some of your adhesives or your single cardstocks. When it comes to your order on individual items, you can be saving 20%. All you need to do when it comes to the checkout of your order is you just need to put in CROWN20. So it's CROWN20 in the promo code, and then that's going to take off 20% when it comes to your order of individual items. So we really do have something covered for everyone. That's running for the whole weekend. That's going to end midnight your time across the globe on Monday. And then let's not even forget as well, yes, you're getting all your extra points when it comes to the magazines and a few other things. It's double points on your order as well over the weekend in celebration, of course, of the King's coronation tomorrow. That's also going to end midnight your time on Monday. So whether it's something today, over the weekend with Lily and Becky tomorrow, or Becky and Corin Sunday, you can then take advantage of them. So that's what we've got across on our website. Right, one more deal that we've got to see just now, and this is when it comes to our storage roll template. You've got your free vinyl glitter, $17.98 or $22.90. Platinum comes down to $14.38 or $18.32. I could only imagine where Becky would be using the glitter vinyl, but let us see from herself how she would use it.
I've been using it for making bags.
Oh, okay. Oh. Eurovision, isn't it? You could use it for Euro. That's this weekend, is it? No.
I mean, yeah, for what? Making an outfit. There's not a lot here, and I'm quite hippie, is all I'm going to say. It wouldn't be enough to make me anything. I can make myself a, I don't know, front of a top. But it's very see-through.
Yeah,
It's very see-through. So it's beautiful glitter vinyl, which I don't know if you'll be able to see through here, but you can see all that glitter there. It's really lovely. Now this piece is enough to make this item. You're probably about to make the other one of the other designs in this collection as well. So this is your storage roll. It is really quite a handy item. It's quite small and compact, but you've got these different pockets in there in order to sort of organise all your different bits and pieces. Now, with all of our templates, we try and give you as much information as possible. If the construction of it is not massively straightforward, we will give you a video, and we've done a video on here. But we do give you step-by-step instructions to show you how to do it. But some people aren't, you know, sort of more visual. Some people like to watch stuff. That's the best thing to say. We've given you all the instructions in there, but I have done videos to show you how to put them together. But it's quite handy. You've got little zip pockets. You've got little pockets to put pens or scissors in there, and then you've got these other vinyl pockets in there too. So that is your storage roll and your vinyl. But you'll also be getting a pack of zips on the roll, and you'll also be getting some tips charms here. If I show you here, you get 10 pulls, and you've got 5 metres worth of length as well. So it really does make it very good for when you're making bags. In fact, when you're making anything, I'd not experienced zips on a roll before, and I think they're an absolute game changer for any kind of sewing, because I don't have to worry that I haven't got the right colour zip or the right length zip. I just know I have a selection of these in different colours, and I've always got them there to use. And then we've got some little zip charms. We've got sewing tape, scissors, thimble, sewing machine, and also a ball of yarn and some knitting needles. And you're going to be getting 10 of those, so you get 2 of each. Great for decorating your bags, but actually really nice if you wanted to use them for a little piece of jewellery, maybe a little bag or something, a little bracelet or something like that. So you're getting all of this in that collection there.
Okay, that's good. That's a good amount you're getting in that,
absolutely.
Isn't it? quite a good
We give you good
amount.
deals here, don't we?
We do, to be fair. We really, really do, you know, and that's just good enough when it comes to the today's price, but then when you put your Club Inspire on top of that, then absolutely, yeah, it really does make them a fab deal. Certainly this weekend as well. Check out all the things that we've got going on across on our website. Now, we're always getting new viewers, we're always getting new customers as well, and always getting new followers too. Now, when it comes to this side, you know, you maybe hear myself, or Becky, or Debbie, or Ben, whoever's on this side, refer to Club Inspire and the club price. Maybe if you are new and you're like, but I want to know, how do I get that cheaper price that you guys are talking about? Well, she was here yesterday with that incredible launch of the Bohemian collection, and here she is right now to tell you all about our Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that?
We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, you know, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
I have to tell you, every single person works tirelessly behind the scenes, and I can't just give a shout out to one person, because for me it has to be John, Tracy and Jake.
Going to give a shout out to our backstage hero, and I'm actually going to say heroes. It has got to be our product coordination team. It's got to be.
Because without those three people, when we're on air, we wouldn't be able to function like we do. They make sure we have everything we need, right from the samples to the product to having a drink of water throughout the show. They really look after us.
You see us day in, day out, 7 days a week, live on TV. We're crafting away. We're hopefully inspiring you. Every single card, every single product, every single tool that we touch has come from product coordination. Those guys are the unsung hero. They're there making sure we have the products, we have the inks, we have the tools, we have everything that we need. We have the power to actually work our Gemini ranges. The smooth running of behind the scenes of Crafters TV is all down to our product coordination team. And welcome to Story Time with Craig. Hey, this is nice and a little bit different for the middle of Wake Up Call. If you didn't see the start of Wake Up Call, what we start to do now on a Friday, this one has been the very first one, is Fun Friday. Now, we are going to be having a wee chat with many of the guys and girls here backstage at Crafters TV. You maybe see some other people as well over the coming weeks and months. But we did think, you know, we've got some incredible backstage people. We get that fun part. We get to come on here and we get to... Can I just say, a lot of hard work does go on behind the scenes, trust me. However, when it comes to being live, don't turn your nose up, Becky. When it comes to being live, we have the fun. We get the creative side, we get the interaction, we get the laughs. But trust me, it could not get put together without the guys and girls backstage making it all work. One of them is, of course, a name that you may be familiar with, and his name's Liam. Liam's here joining us.
Good afternoon.
It's just afternoon, isn't it?
Afternoon over here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's so lovely to see you. The very first one, Friday, we thought, God, we need to have Liam. We need to have Liam. Not only, it's certainly in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, when it comes to Crafters TV, many of us as well, you think of what we do here, QVC, HSN, we think of Sarah, and we think of you. You are literally, when it comes to any show, wherever Sarah couldn't come on air without Liam. Let's put it out there. Let's put it out there. Do you know what I mean? You know, you are, and you can honestly say you are a staple when it comes to the behind the scenes of Crafters TV with HSN, QVC, etc., etc.
Yeah, I mean, I am kind of like Sarah's shadow, in a sense of anywhere she goes, I'm there just making sure that she's got everything she needs. So I fly out to HM with her. I'm very fortunate to fly out to HM with her when she's needed. I've just come back from QVC, and that was Tuesday, Wednesday when we launched the Gemini TSV. I've travelled out Hobby Maker with her. Anything craft related, and I can get myself there. I'll be getting myself there.
You're there, yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I mean, crafting for me, I've always been a creative person.
You have.
We'll touch on that in a second. There's some fun images I'm going to show you. But I just needed a little bit more craft and creativity in my life, so joining Crafters was a perfect place to start, and then just build myself up. Just do everything. Yeah, because
what's been lovely as well, see, I know you said obviously you've always been creative, that we'll touch upon it in a moment, but for us, and I think, you know, I'd safely say with yourself as well, Becky, when you first joined us, and we didn't know much about your creative side, but seeing what you've done on that creative side, I mean, you do blog posts, you've done light up boxes, you've done tutorials, to see where you've started when it comes to crafting, as in paper craft and die cutting, to what you do now, and how you have the time to do it with everything else that you do, because you're married as well, you know, you've got such a busy life, and the creative side just, it's like it oozes out of you.
Yeah, so when I joined Crafters, I'd never really made my own card. I didn't know what a Gemini was, didn't know what a die was. And then through just absorbing all the information that you guys do, watching all your presentations, being on the floor, watching them, being in the office watching them, you just kind of absorb, and you're like, you feel so inspired in here. You're like, well, I want to do that, and then I want to do it. And then you just build yourself up step by step. I think the first thing I actually made was a mini memories album, so maybe it didn't start too easy. Oops. But you kind of just build yourself up, and then they asked me last January to start on blog posts. Yeah. So I start putting the blog posts out, and I like to think outside the box a little bit, very much like our Michelle with Craft Alongs. Something that's not necessarily a card, something a little bit different, a good showstopper. And then obviously I'll do all the blog posts. I'm on the design team, so I'm working on things for June and July at the moment, top secret things, can't tell you. And then it's just nice to be creative and just see your work on TV.
Yeah. Because then it's not just obviously the physical crafty side that you're creative of, you know, we used to work together a lot, and then of course as you've gone with Sarah and HSN and that, you know, although our friendship's always here, working together, we don't do a lot. We've started to work more when it comes to the template library. So that creative side that I've taken over from the filming from Leanne, you know, behind the scenes, okay, I'm doing it, you're the one that's there, that's in my ear, you're the one that's guiding me, you're creating that shot as to what you want to see at home, then afterwards it's how it comes together. So there's that creative creative side as well, behind the camera as well as on the camera?
Yeah, so a lot of like the Academy of Colour. I'll do all the Academy colours with the hands. I'll call the shots, I'll direct, I'll produce it. The template libraries, any little Gemini kits, things like that, I'll sit and edit it, and I can think of it as a crafter in a sense of what do I want to see next. So obviously I've got operation of all the cameras, so I can be like, right, well, if I was watching this, I want to see from overhead what the view is going to look like.
Yeah.
And it's nice to do it as a craft point of view. And there's many times when we've been doing like wake-up call or masterclass, and I'll always interject, but as a crafter rather than a director, just naturally.
Exactly.
I'm not like, tell us how to do this.
No, you
like,
don't.
Why have you done it that way? And I'm like, oh, actually, I'm cutting cameras at the same time. So it's nice.
In the prime example, very briefly, the last filming we done as well, there was one of the templates that were done, and you'd said, Craig, do you mind redoing that as a crafter? I didn't quite see how you got to that point, and that's what's lovely as well, because you've got that, the headset head on, so to speak, but then you've got the crafter eyes as well, which is great for us, because sometimes, I'm not sure if you're the same, Becky, sometimes you just naturally go in that flow, and sometimes you need someone that's just out of that world slightly, although you're in that world, you're doing it and seeing it from a different way, that just needs, actually, can you show us another way just to guide us in? And that's what's always great with you as well.
Yeah, it's just, from a because you guys are really experienced, you've been doing this for many, many years, and I'm still quite a beginner. Although I try to do advanced projects, I'm still quite a beginner, so I want to learn, and if I want to learn, then you guys at home want to learn as well.
Yeah, and which is great, and this is where the whole then team comes together, because then we are doing what you want, then you're guiding us to know what they're wanting as well, and it works well. Now that's work. Now let's just talk about, a few things that you'll have to do outside work. Something, of course, that is right around your neck right now.
Yeah.
And that is, of course, something very heavy. It's a medal. Explain to us, Liam.
So,
can I just start? If you don't mind, do you mind telling us the whole story?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Settle down. It's a nice story.
You tell us.
Right. So about 18 months ago, I was very unwell. My lung collapsed. What I thought was just going to be a quick fix ended up with 8 weeks in hospital, 2 rounds of surgery. It completely wiped me out. Around the time you were not too well as well.
Yeah, we were the same.
We were both out pretty much the same time. And so I've effectively lost half a lung. So I don't have full lung capacity. I'm asthmatic as it is. So life's been great to me. And so I'm just going on, and so there was a long recovery period. Took about a year or so to try and fully recover, at least get back to normal. It was. I did a lot of physio, and one of the comments the physios made was, "Don't be running any marathons anytime soon." I'm a very stubborn person, in a sense of if someone says don't do anything, I'll be like, right, I'm going to do it.
Oh, we know that.
And I was doing a little bit of rehab, and last October the marathon was on. And I was like, oh, I feel quite inspired. So I've applied 2 or 3 times before and never got in. So I was like, you know what, I'll apply for it, just for the fun. Yeah. And then I got the email and it was like, yeah, you're in. I was like, oh, right, it's in 6 months' time. I was like, oh, right, okay. So yeah, I just got my head down, trained. It was more mentally.
We've got some pictures coming.
Yeah, that's me about halfway around when I'm still smiling. And then right at the end, to get that medal, to cross that finish line in, I think it was just over 5 hours, was just unbelievable.
Incredible, Liam.
But that's to you guys as well. So when I was running round, you were live in here. I think it was Debbie and Debbie on at the time, and yeah, I was watching as I was running around, and there was a lot of love from you guys, and you guys were swearing me on. I sent a little video in, and then Debbie was crying, then Nicola was crying. I think George was fine. But there was so much love from you guys, and it's nice that we're not just a family here, we're a family outside, and the love and support and everything was just phenomenal.
Yeah, and we're all good on the team at doing this, but this is certainly, for myself, Liam, this is why I love when it comes to social media and I incorporate you guys, whether it's photos, whether it's videos or that, because not only are you there helping us behind the scenes, but you're doing these incredible things that some of you might not be aware of exactly, maybe heard the name Liam, but you're behind the scenes, yes, you're creative, but then what you've done to get to where you were, to right up to this week, that's phenomenal. But then it doesn't even end there, Liam.
No, so Very similar to the time I found out I was doing the marathon. I've always been a stage performer. I haven't been for about 13 or 14 years. And you get to a point where you're like, you know what, I miss it. I'm going to go back into it. And then I randomly seen a post on social media asking for people to join. And the show they were doing was Kinky Boots, which is a heavy drag show.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what, I could go. I'll be a factory worker in the background, not a problem. I joined on the Tuesday, auditioned on the Sunday. And then there's a photo on here which shows you how I turned into. And this is what I ended up looking like.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, so whilst I was training for the marathon, I got the lead role in Kinky Boots, which
It's
meant...
incredible. It's absolutely incredible.
Well, yeah, so trying to run and then also learn to walk in heels,
Yeah.
it was a very intense 6-month period. Mm-hmm. I only fell off the stage once.
Right.
And if any of my friends are watching, they'll know exactly the moment I fell off stage. Luckily, the curtain was down, so
I was
no one's
waiting to
seen.
say, oh, is there no video?
No, but there's no video, so I was very safe. But yeah, so the last 6 months, I've done drag for the first time. I've been back on stage for the first time in 13, 14 years. Mm-hmm. I've ran the marathon. Yeah, I think I'm going to relax for the next
Just
couple
for a
of
wee
months.
bit.
Just
No, you need to up your
ease
game.
myself
You
back.
do.
I want to see you do the marathon next year in the boots.
In
In
heels.
boots.
In heels.
In full drag.
In full drag, yeah.
Only if I can wear your tiara.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the deal. Yeah.
There you
There
go
we go.
then.
You
Shop
heard
it.
it here.
Do you find when it comes to the running and obviously the theatre work as well, and let's be honest, and I'm being serious when I say that, you know, over the coming weeks we'll speak to a lot of the guys and girls backstage and as well. You guys do long days. Your workload is incredible just to get these shows on air.
Yeah.
Is that a nice way just to, although it's intense, is it a nice way to relax or even take your mind away from what goes on prepping for shows?
Yeah, so especially with the running, it's just nice to put some music on, just get out on the streets or get out on the treadmill, and you can just block everything away and just focus on what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah's got a good mentality of be in the moment of what you're doing.
Right.
So whilst you're running, don't think about anything else, otherwise you're not giving your running your all. When I'm at rehearsals, I just need to focus on rehearsals, on my singing, and not focus on work. And then when I'm in work, I'll focus on work.
Yeah.
So it's just being yourself in the moment of those three things. Everything's so varied and so different. It's nice to just break away and kind of just focus on individual elements.
Mm-hmm. Inspiration.
Yeah.
You are an absolute inspiration. You know, many of you may be familiar with your theatre work as well, maybe familiar with your running. Maybe a lot of you aren't quite familiar realising how and why you've got to where you are because of your health. So honestly, you know, I say all that, I love work. I treasure the time that we spend next door.
Me too.
We've got it not next week, the week after. We're
Yes,
back
we do.
together again. It's been so good. Thank you so much. So much love for you, Terry Anderson. Wow, Liam, such an inspiration.
Wow.
I've said before, I think we should at some point have Liam on demonstrating.
Yeah.
Well, maybe another Fun Time Friday, you know,
There you
I'll
go.
come back and we'll do a Fun Time demo, maybe.
Yep. Terry, Len, Lois, Sandra, Carol, Sarah, all sending lots of love to you as well, and lovely
thank
seeing
you,
you as
guys.
well. So thank you, Liam, for everything you do.
Thanks.
Rightio. Well, who's going to be here next week? You're just going to have to stay tuned into next week. You'll find out more. But what? Well, in my opinion, nothing's going to beat that first one. Not at all. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the product.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
Feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously. The people not just here at Crafts Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Some fun there with Liam, some fun from you guys at home as well. This is what we're all about. Fun, inspiration, and do you know what? If you can save a penny or two as well and get some incredible deals, whether, of course, it's a cart load, whether it's a craft vault, whether it's a masterclass, whether it's we've got now a brand new pick of the day that's running Monday to Fridays as well, or of course, you know, in celebration of the King's coronation tomorrow, we've got a couple of options across on the website when it comes to individual items. If you're wanting to save 20%, then you can do just that. What you do need to do when it comes to the promo code at checkout, you just need to put in CROWN20, so CROWN20 in the promo code. So that does exclude any April and May launches, and it also excludes bundles. This is all about individuals. This is the perfect way to stock up on those individual items that you need. Sometimes you need something that's within a bundle and you're like, I don't really want the bundle, I just want the individual item. Take advantage, absolutely take advantage as well. What we've also got as well, that is then going to, well, kickstart from today, double points. Double points, that started today, both that and Crown 20, that's going to be running up till midnight your time on Monday the 8th. So you've got all Saturday, all Sunday, all Monday, and then it ends at the midnight Monday going into the Tuesday, just that you're aware of as well. So whether you're watching Lily and Becky tomorrow and Becky and Corin on Sunday, you can absolutely take advantage. A phenomenal first look tomorrow with Becky and Lily as well. I know you're not going to want to miss that one. But we have got our crafters inspiration. We're going to go back to Becky in a moment, who's going to demonstrate when it comes to soft crafts and what she's got. But this is later on today. Usually it launches in the middle of the show, but with Becky here in softer side, which is always the middle show, we've got our launch at the end of the day. That's going to be 6 o'clock here in the UK. It's going to be 1 p.m. Eastern time, 10 a.m. Pacific time. It's also going to be myself and Becky. Softer side's going to be Ben and Becky, and then for launch day it's going to be myself and Becky, but we're going to do a switch. So Becky will be on this side, I'll be across on the other side, and we'll be demonstrating the brand new Crafters Inspiration magazine. Now it's number 2. We do have our Showstopper collection. Showstopper collection, a fifth of the stock has gone. £40, $50. If you're platinum, it comes down to £32 or $40. You're also going to get 150 bonus points as well. Take advantage of double points, remember? Now when it comes, of course, to your actual Showstopper collection, you've got the magazine, you've got your Scoremaster. Many of you have probably already got one. I've got 2, and where I'm going with this is, if you have got one, 2 always comes in handy in your craft bag, your craft kit, maybe your craft club, maybe you're going to gift it, but it's a nice extra to have. You're going to use your full luxury white cardstock, silver cardstock. You're also going to get a full pack of your heavyweight acetate. You're also then going to be getting your foam on a roll as well. That's what you're going to be getting within your Showstopper. With the magazine though, it's not just the magazine. You've got the magazine. Now inside, you've got all of these gorgeous papers and toppers. We're going to look at it in so much more detail come launch day later on. Now within this collection here, this one, what you've then got is the magazine, but you're also going to get items from Bohemian collection. Now you know how much of an epic launch that was yesterday. Now some of you might be saying, well Craig, why am I going to get the magazine when I've just bought the items yesterday? No, these are items that you are not going to get within that launch yesterday. These are Sarah's signature Bohemian collection items exclusive to this magazine. So that collection yesterday was humongous. You're just going to make that even bigger with these items as well. Now you've got this full die set. You're also then going to be getting that gorgeous stamp set that I'm going to be demoing when it comes to launch day later on. Remember, this is official Sarah's Signature Bohemian collection, but they're exclusive to this magazine. And then you're also going to get, now I love that Create a Card die that came in the collection, but what about your embossing folder as well? So you've got your 4x6 2D embossing folder. So you have, from just going for this magazine, then made your actual Bohemian collection even bigger, if it wasn't already big enough. Now, if you are want to go for that showstopper collection, £40, $50. Platinum comes down to £32 or $40. You've got 150 bonus points. It's double points this weekend. It's double points as well, all the way up till midnight your time on Monday. So then, therefore, you've just already doubled your points straight away. Now, that is a showstopper collection. If, however, you're like, Craig, that's great, credible value, but I've already got a Scoremaster, I've maybe already got 2. Don't really need cardstock, although we always do, but I've got lots. I've got acetate, I've got foam on a roll. I just want the magazine. You can go for just a magazine. You can absolutely do that. $14.99 or $24.95. If you are Platinum, if you are new to us, Platinum price you will get on everything. Sales shows, craft vaults, cart loads, clearances, warehouse clearances, and brand new launches as well. That means your Platinum's going to come down to $11.99 or $19.96. You're also then going to get 50 extra bonus points, which of course this weekend then turns it into, well, essentially 100 bonus points, because you're double points as well all weekend up to midnight Monday. So you've got the 2 options. It is the Global Magazine at issue number 2. It's in collaboration with Practical Publishing. What does that mean? They're a magazine company. So you've got their incredible knowledge of what they do best when it comes to publications, and then us with the ideas, the inspirations, the products, the qualities, teamed that together. It's a match made in heaven. Also, that referring back to that global, that just means that this edition goes out across the globe at the same time. So it's no longer it goes out in the UK at one point, US another time, Europe another time, like that used to be the case. It's now launched like globally. That's why it's called Global. So it is issue number 2. It's going to work very, very well with your Bohemian collection, because that's where it's from, although the items are exclusive. So you can shop ahead on that one and come back for the launch later on. Maybe if you are out and about, and like I've been like gallivanting everywhere the last week or so, maybe you need a little wash bag, but you want to make it yourself. Well, you can do just that. This is your wash bag 4-piece die set. Now you've got your lots of free items on the show today. Free. $14.99, $23.95, free. You are saving $24.99 or $23.95, but of course if you are Platinum it comes down to $11.99 or $19.16. It's on shop the day, it's on .co.uk.com.eu. Now I'm not going to show you what you're going to do with it, because let's be honest, hands up, I know diddly squat. We've got the expert across there. What do we do with them?
These are great. So in each of these packs, so you've got 1 pack in this bundle, but there are some other things you can see on the website. There are 3 different size bags that you can create from here. Okay. If I turn this over, you can see the different dies that you've got. So you've got this, which makes the main bag. You've obviously only got half a die here, so you fold your fabric in half and then you cut it out, so you've got one whole half to make the whole bag. You've also got you've got small, medium and large, and you've also got a die to create a little bit of a pocket. Now this is what they look like when you've made them. So these are really gorgeous little bags. So I've done a little bit with some cork on there, but they also have an integrated little zip pocket down here to keep all your sort of goodies. Maybe you want your lipstick there because you want to be able to access it quickly. And these are plenty roomy. So if I take the stuffing out of here, you can see you've got lots of space in here. This is a medium-sized bag, so great for makeup, for toiletries, for medication maybe. Perhaps you want to have 1 or 2 of these in the car that've got the kids' toys in, crayons or something.
Is this something where you would use your not your red coat, from your pick of the day?
Fabric coat.
Fabric coat.
Absolutely. So I would use that fabric coat on the inside. Now what I would do is I would build the inside first of all, then I'd fabric coat it afterwards. So I'd you could even make the whole bag in itself, and then you've just got plain white fabric in here, but you could then turn it, before you sort of turn it out, this one needs sort of finishing off, you could then use your fabric coat on this to seal it all. So it would mean that you wouldn't get any marks from sort of lipsticks or that kind of thing, or eyeliners that have moved around in that particular bag. So definitely worth thinking about if you are keen to get these bags. And of course they come with the most gorgeous velvet. Everyone knows that's seen me on this. I love this because it's like soft like baby hamsters.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's just, it's just gorgeous.
Can I
Lovely
feel?
to work with. Have a cuddle of the velvet. It's just like the most gorgeous stuff. Feel it, baby hamsters.
What would we do? It is, isn't it?
It's lovely, really, really nice.
Like how it's
And
got
easy
our
to-
makeup on each
I
side of
know.
it.
Which one's most orange? Your side or
Probably
my
mine.
side? And it sews really well. So with velvet, if you've ever used it before, velvet tends to have quite a big plush. So if you feel that, sometimes with velvet you can feel it. The fibres moving back and forth.
Okay.
You can't with that. So it's not that plushy, but it feels much more plushy than it is. Does that make any sense?
I like that
Oh,
one.
Plushy. But I think we've got velvet cloak over the side. That might be more plushy. You can get the idea of it. But on the back of it, it's a woven cotton back. It doesn't have. It's not stretch cotton, but it does have a bit of a stretch to it. It's really, really lovely to work with. You've got plenty of it in here. You've got a 50 by 160 millimetres. So can you feel? And this isn't the same kind of velvet. That's like costume velvet. But you do look lovely in it. No one would be able to tell.
The Guardian Leviosa.
Oh dear. Oh, Craig, you do make me laugh. You do make me laugh. Right, so those are what the bags will look like. So put them to one side. Now, we're going to be using the one that I've got down here, which I've already started working on. So I get my little bits and pieces out. Now, I've put it on a little piece of, what's this called?
Kitchen roll.
Kitchen roll, because I don't want to get my glue spray everywhere. But what I'm first going to do, I want to cut my lining fabric out. So in the little booklet that you'll get with the guide, we've also given you step-by-step instructions as well here to show you how to put everything together, and we've also done video instructions as well. So you'll get your little dies here. Obviously mine is sort of moved around from the piece of plastic, but you get the small, medium and large die, and you also get the little pocket die, and you'll get your booklet in here as well. The booklet is very concise, very clear instructions to indicate exactly how you want to use this. It shows you how many of each thing you need to cut out. For example, how many of the main panel you need to cut out, whether you need to cut them out in outer fabric, inner fabric, interfacing or wadding. To give it more of a structure. So for those of you that don't know, interfacing is a thin, just seeing if I've got any with me, I haven't got any with me, it's a thin kind of fabric, like a fibre, that you would use for perhaps for lining, so you would use that, and it gives it a bit more structure. Now if you want to use a wadding to give it even more of a structure, this is what we would use. This is the same wadding that I use for a normal quilt, not something I want to put on the bed to keep me warm, but a normal quilt, which is normally polyester and cotton, and again this gives a structure. Now the wadding goes on the outer fabric, and the interfacing goes on the lining fabric.
Okay.
You can use both, you can use just one of them, or you can use none of them at all. It really depends on the kind of look that you want, and also the type of fabric that you're using. So if you're using something like denim, for example, denim's got quite big structure to it, so it'll probably hold its shape. So you can see these bags, these have had just some interfacing in, but you can see they still hold their shape, and they have got some stuffing in them, but they still hold their shape. So it's entirely up to you how you want it to go. If you were going to make the whole bag out of cork, you probably wouldn't use anything apart from a little bit of interfacing. But all of that is explained inside the booklet, where we tell you what to use. And we've given you these step-by-step instructions to show you how to put everything together. So we've made it nice and clear for you. They're all fairly easy things to follow, but you can really make them into your own. I mean, I think with these, I'd be buying these to make and sell. You know, you could make a set of 3 and sell those in all sort of contrasting fabrics. I think they're a great item to have. So what we're going to do first of all is I've already cut my pieces of velvet, and I've already adhered my wadding onto them. So you can see these pieces here. So these are my outer pieces of my bag. And it is just, oh, I love this stuff, it's gorgeous. Right, so I want the same size die, and I want to cut my lining fabric. Now, I've already taken some of my lining fabric. You can see I'm using some of the fabric of the week that we've got on here. So this is herons on blue, I think.
All across on Shop the Day, you'll find them there.
Herons on turquoise, you might be right. So we're just going to fold that fabric in half. And we're going to take the largest die, and we want to place the die where this is your fold line here. Move that out the way like that, you can see it a little bit better. That is my fold line here, and then it's going to cut that out, so we'll open up, it'll be one whole piece. But I want to do 2 of these, so I'm going to do 2 at the same time. And unfortunately, I didn't think about this when I was doing them, so one's going to be upside down.
Oh, well, one can be going to Australia.
No, they're not. I could do it like that, and then neither of them are upside down. Silly Becky. Like that. We're just going to use a little bit of low-tack tape. So I'm using my Gemini. I'm using my fabric plates as well. So I want to use my clear plate, my fabric plate. Then I'm going to take my fabric, and I'm just going to make sure I've got it exactly correct there. And I'm going to place my die over the top, and I'm going to use a little bit of low-tack tape to make sure it stays in place.
Could you use your pick of the day with this, the stabiliser, or does it not need it?
You could use it, yeah, but it doesn't really need it.
Sorry, I've got it, Becky.
You've got it. Oh, of course you have.
Yeah, because I was fixing the packaging for you,
Well, that I ripped
so that
apart.
you don't get the wrath of Tracy.
Thank you. Right, so we're going to use a bit of low-tack tape. We're making sure that where the folds are for the fabric, the die just hangs over the edge of those. So I like to tape onto my plates, which nobody else does. Which does make me wonder whether I'm doing it wrong, but that's what works for me.
Why do you do that?
I don't know.
All right, okay.
No idea. Just ever since I started using them, I suppose because I think, oh, it's better, it keeps everything more secure. But yeah, I always do. Don't know why. Who knows why? Who knows what goes on in my crazy head?
It's not crazy. It's a royal head.
It's a royal head. It doesn't say much.
Do you live far from the palace, central London?
Did I what? Did I live?
Do you live far?
Yeah, it's not near. They're not my local mates.
You don't just go in for like a cup of sugar.
I used to live in Windsor. I used to work and go to college in Windsor. So I used to see them quite often in Windsor. But yeah, it's a journey to get there. But
it's a funny one because I'm not a royalist, but I'm really looking forward. There's quite a really nice hype and atmosphere and everything, isn't it?
Yeah, pomp and ceremony. Who doesn't love that? I think it's quite
I'm looking
exciting.
forward to later on catching up with ITV's This Morning because they're doing it live from Coronation Street today.
Yeah. It should be quite exciting.
Alison and Dermot.
We're going to make it exciting here while we're doing it. I think we've got tomorrow. We've got a royal themed craft game and play your crafts, right?
Yeah. Princess Lily will be in the building.
Who will be in the building?
Princess Lily.
Princess
Lily. Queen Becky and Princess Lily.
Yep. And Lily always says, "Oh, I'm going to be rubbish at this game," and she always absolutely wins.
Loses into a sense.
I think she's going to be she's someone that's great in a pub quiz, Lily.
What's that saying? Leads us into a sense of
false security.
Yes, basically, yeah.
Yeah, she's very good at that. So we're going to put those to one side. So we've got those 2 pieces now that we've cut out. So we are ready to put. We'll be ready to sort of put those all together. Now the way that we do this is Have you broken something, Craig?
No, it's just my immaturity. I just see a big white tongue. You know, like from the big cartoon characters you get. You know when they stick their big.
It does look a little bit like
tongue
that,
out.
doesn't it? Yeah, it does look with big eyes over here. Yeah, it does look a bit like that. You
Or the emoji with the big tongue sticks
exactly.
out.
So we'll put those to one side. The next bit we're going to do, and we won't be able to make this bag in its entirety, but I can show you, bits and pieces of it because it takes too long. We've cut some strips of fabric. So we've got fabric. This is the velvet with the wadding adhered to the back, and then we've also got our lining fabric here as well. And I've already stitched it across on the zip here, so you can see it looks like that. And I'm going to do exactly the same on this other side.
Okay.
So I want to have a piece of fabric lining, the outer fabric face up. Then I want to put my zip facing down, and then I want to have my lining fabric facing down over the top. And then when we come to open everything out, it will look correct. So we'd have everything in place. So I'm just going to pin those together and then start stitching them.
I actually had, where was it now? There was a question
I
was going to ask later, but this is a good time actually. Terry Anderson has said, can we add more pulls if there is leftover zipper?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yep, you absolutely can. I didn't know how to do that actually. I'd never done it before. I just and then Stuart Hillard showed me how to do it.
What a
Actually, it's
legend.
very easy to do. Oh, I love Stuart. He's great. I have long conversations with Stuart about his poultry because he's got some geese.
Oh, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. So you can see if I just sort of check that that's all correct, if I folded that over after I stitched it, you can see you've got your pink pieces on one side and then you've got your lining on the other. So we're just going to go round, I'm just going to pin this and then stitch it. I'm really sorry, I'm going to have to blow my nose.
That's okay, you carry on. You carry on. If you are wanting to go for that full set there.
I have to go in a different room when I blow my nose.
That's okay. Yeah, there
sorry.
we go. Yeah, she's loud when she snores. And she loud when she blows her nose. If you do want to go for that wash bag, incidentally, you could put some tissues in there, of course, if maybe your nose does start to go, whatever you like. But you're going to get that full set, $14.99, $23.95, or $11.99 platinum, and $19.16. What a fun way to actually create your own gift, because you are going to be getting your threader velvet fabric too. I think we're all good.
They are a great item to have, these, definitely. So we're just going to stitch around, and I'm going to be using my zipper foot so I can stitch really close. So we want to make sure that I'm capturing the zip, the lining and the outer fabric. Now you might want to use longer stitch on this. Walking foot would be ideal if you didn't have that zip, because you're often stitching through quite a few layers of fabric. So just do it carefully and slowly. You don't need to rush on this, but you want to make sure that you've captured everything, because you're sewing through that wadding, outer fabric, lining fabric. Now, if you were going to be using something like a denim, you want to change your needle to a denim needle.
Okay.
But
what's a denim needle? Is it exactly as it says?
It's a heavier needle.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you think if you start stitching something like cotton, the cotton's like your middle of the road. You might want to be stitching something like silk, and you have a different type of needle for that because it's more delicate. And for leather or denim, you want something that's a bit stronger, a bit heavier duty. We're just going to stitch along here, and once it's finished, we're going to open it up and we're going to trim around the zip, and then I'm going to top stitch over the outside. Okay. Let's see what that looks like now. So you can see here how that looks. That piece goes over there. But because this is quite bulky, this piece here, I just want to trim away this excess. So this is the piece that's got the velvet and the wadding. I'm not cutting away the zip or the lining. I just want to trim away some of this excess baggage that we've got here.
Plenty of excess baggage.
To make it nice and thin. Are you going away? Because obviously with Debbie going away, I'm now thinking I want to go on holiday. Are you going on holiday? You're having this break, aren't you?
I am. So today's my last day. I'll be back on Monday the 15th with an epic launch. It may be an expansion to something. Just saying. I'm not away anywhere as such. I'm going to split my time, so I'll do the first half of my little break here at home in Durham, and then the last half back home, because I've got two homes, of course, back in Scotland, seeing family and friends, just break up. So not going away anywhere. There is, and Johnny will be like, yeah, he keeps saying it, but there's somewhere I would like to try and book. I'll not go there over this next week, but I really want to look to book New York.
New York?
Yep.
Where do you want to go? Whereabouts in New York? What do you want to do?
The whole thing? Back to, central New York, Manhattan.
Yeah, but is there anything particular you want to go and see? Central Park?
I would, so just a couple of things that I didn't get a chance to do back, when was I last there? For my 30th. So I'm away to be 38, so that'll be going 8 years since I was last there.
Yeah.
I was meant to go that first year, of course. COVID happened, but then that all cancelled. So I would like to, didn't do Rockefeller, but that is only because because of the time, I could either do Rockefeller or Empire State Building.
Yeah.
2 different buildings, but a lot of the similar views. So I was like, right, one or the other. So I've done Empire State Building. So I would like to do Rockefeller. I would like to do a show. I've done a lot of the key touristy things.
Yeah.
The who isn't affected by, of course, the 9/11 museum and, you know, downtown and that. But the actual museum wasn't opened when I was last there. It was just a way to open. So, of course, went to Ground Zero because I went with Mum back 8 years ago. So I would like to do the actual museum.
Yeah.
I would like to do that. And then just a few other things that I'll have already done in the past. But, you know, a few different, what was that, Johnny? Summit 1, Johnny's saying. So the observation deck of Sky, right, yeah, definitely that would be good. That would be good. So yeah, a bit of a mix, Becky. A few things that I didn't manage to do that first time round, and then just a few other things that I would like to do again, you know, because I really, really enjoyed.
Well, that'd be lovely. I've been to New York a couple of times. I went for my friend's sister lived there, and so we went to see her.
Yeah.
Which was quite nice because you know you did it like a local.
Mm-hmm.
But I also went for my 21st. A very long time ago.
Yeah.
Really long time. ago.
Do you know what I found? Because obviously I'd gone with my mum, and you know, there was some night, don't get me wrong, we weren't walking down the back streets in New York, anything like that, but being there, you know, some of the streets that we're walking off of Times Square and that, some of it you maybe think, you know, Mum's there, you know, I better be on guard, just to, I had never in all my life felt safer.
Really?
In any part of New York. So whether it was like going through one of the streets from Times Square to another part, or any part, there was never once that I thought, as a son, I'm going to have to be quite protective of Mum here in case anything happened. Felt so safe, and she was exactly the same. And everyone, I think the Scottish accent helps, but in general, everyone was so happy, they were so friendly, they were just absolutely lovely. Couldn't do enough for you. I love I always say if I wasn't Scottish, I would want to be American from New York.
Really?
Yeah. New York is my favourite place in the world, with Edinburgh being second.
Not Newton Aycliffe. Or Carnoustie. Carnoustie. Am I saying it right?
Yeah, Carnoustie, yeah. Carnoustie. But incidentally, a lot of the Americans, certainly the golfers, absolutely love it. And jealous that, because there's some crafters whose husbands, because it is the males that are the crafters that love Carnoustie. There is some females, but it is predominantly the males. And there's a lot of crafters who say, oh, my husband is jealous that you live in Carnoustie, Craig. They're like way at the other end of America, and they wish they were here in Carnoustie with where I'm from. It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I wish I was away across that way.
I do remember shopping being an amazing experience when I was there.
Yeah.
It is, it's an incredible place.
Done Macy's. I've done the oldest wooden escalators.
Oh, have they?
Yeah. That was fun.
Right, the next bit I'm going to show you is, so I've stitched that across. We've got the lining fabric there and we've got our zip here. Now I've made my zip pull a little bit big. That's fine because I'm just going to trim everything down when I'm ready. Because when you make this bag, there will be a little bit of jigging about. So basically what you do is, I'm going to create the base here now. But once you've got your base together, so your base is this way, I'll keep putting it around the wrong way. So your base is going to be around here and like that. And then your zip part goes over the top. Now we have deliberately made it a little bit bigger when we give you the instructions to give you a little bit of ease. Yeah, all of this is a little bit bigger, so you've got a little bit of ease, because sometimes certain fabrics will stretch a little bit. And other fabrics might stay put, especially when you're doing a zip. So what you will need to do is you sort of stitch your base piece and you attach it to your zip part. Doing it like this, but this should actually be this way, your zip part, and then you will make sure that you've got the right amount, so you just need to trim it, which is why I wouldn't be able to finish it off now. But if I show you what I did, so I use our stick and stay spray for adhering my fabric to my my pieces of wadding. My piece of fabric, my piece of wadding is the correct size, but my piece of fabric is a little bit big. So all I do is I pop my fabric over the top like this, and then I fold it back halfway, I give it a shake, and this is why I put a kitchen roll
Okay,
there.
right, makes sense now.
And then, it looked a little bit like I was laying out my picnic, didn't it?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Cucumber
Sausage
sandwiches.
rolls, smoked salmon sandwiches. Yum, yum, yum.
Do you like cucumber sandwiches?
I do like cucumber sandwiches, but I prefer smoked salmon sandwiches.
We do it, yeah.
To be honest.
Don't get me wrong, I like cucumbers. It's just, they're just boring. It's just water.
It is
It's
a
like
quite
eating
boring
water if you
sandwich.
could.
Yeah, it's not the most exciting.
I like them in a prawn cocktail.
You like prawn cocktail?
I like them in a prawn cocktail. They
But
have their place.
What, cucumbers? Oh, I've never thought about cucumbers in a prawn cocktail.
Lettuce, tomato on a vine.
Prawns for me.
And please don't comment and say it, Craig, all tomatoes are on vines. Yes, I know they're on vines, but I like buying them when they're on the
Oh, I
vine.
don't like
because
tomatoes.
Oh, I love
them. No, not for me.
Clello, little vine cherry tomatoes. I could just
not
eat
for
them.
me at all.
No.
Now, you need to use your iron here to heat this, to make this adhere, and I've left it over there, so it's not hot yet. So what we would do is, let's pretend I've got that all together. You then need to cut your piece of velvet as well, the same kind of size. And then once you're ready with everything, you would attach this piece. So trim it down. As I say, I deliberately made this too big, so I had plenty of sort of space with it. I just moved my zip out of the way. I've got a couple of little threads that are stuck there, so just moving my zip out of the way, and then I would just trim that off using my rotary cutter and to make sure it's the right size on this end.
And then, even though you've got the zip in that there, your rotary cutter will still cut it, no problem.
It will do, yeah. You might need to go through it a couple of times. Yeah, as you see, I just
Oh,
worked
yeah.
it over there. Because these are nylon rather than metal, obviously metal would be more of a problem. And so once we're ready with those pieces, we would attach this piece to here, your lining. We just fold it over there and stitch it together, and that creates like the base of your bag, like that, and then that would go around your lining like so. So you can see how that would come together as we're putting it together. And then once you've put all those pieces and stitched them, you will stitch all the lining pieces together as well, and then you create this beautiful little bag. So if I open us up again, take that out,
So
you will
cool.
see how that piece is made with you've got your zip part around here, and you've got that base part there, lining your outer parts. And obviously if you wanted to make a little zip pocket, you can absolutely do that. I've not done this on the particular sample, but very easy to do. And we've given you those step-by-step instructions in the little book in order for you to make those.
Awesome. How cool is that? You'll be able to do that. Not only will you be able to do that, you'll be able to do that incredible price as well. You're going to get it, your wash bag 4-piece die set. It is with your free Threaders velvet fabric. Don't know why I have to be careful on that one. I just feel like it's going to be a tongue twister.
It does sound a little bit like it, doesn't it?
Does it? Yeah.
Threaders fabric, like 3 thrushes thrice. That's what my elocution teacher used to teach me to say. Or big bumblebee.
Okay, there you go then. $14.99 or $23.95. If you are platinum, that's going to then come down to $11.99 or $19.16. Maybe you want to make your own fancy big bumblebee bag if you wanted to. Got that shape to it, so it's up to you. It's up to you, entirely up to you. You've got, of course, the dies to do that with that freebie too. So that is that one. We're going to have a look at Shimmer Ink Pad. Terry Anderson is saying, do you have to rotate the fabric plates?
I think you probably should do. I mean, these ones are quite new. I didn't bring my old ones. They're really thick. So you've got a B and you've got an A, and the B is less rigid than the A. I sort of do. You can see I obviously don't look after them, so I've still got a little bit of sticky tape all over them. They last and last. To be honest, they don't really move. You've got a tiny bit of a movement on them, but not much really. Let's be honest. They're so thick. Yeah, I would say you should try and do it, but it's not as important really, I don't think, as with the other plates.
Terry's loving our cutting plates today, isn't she?
Yeah.
Hey, ask away.
They're amazing products, incredible products.
I remember Leanne saying the same. We've got Michelle is saying the fibres in the CC Velvet seem shorter and tighter, so it's easier to sew on.
Definitely.
Sylvia saying, hi everyone, but work interrupts us. I'm a little bit late behind, just caught up with Liam's interview. What a star he is. So many of you are saying exactly the same with that interview with Liam. You know, a lot of you are saying you're familiar with Liam and, you know, some of the sort of things you didn't know to the extent of what he does and what he done, of course, when it comes to the running, the medalling and the health issues that he had beforehand. Carol is saying, Craig, you need to use that cloak as your wrestling outfit, King of Crafts. Well, if you haven't already seen what myself and Ben was doing the other day, in our little bit of a break here in the studio, we were kind of reenacting our favourite wrestler's intro. I was doing Seth Rollins. He done an absolute epic Triple H King of Kings. Really? Yeah. If you've not seen it, it's on both my Insta as well as my TikTok. You can go across and have a look. Mine was quite fun. Ben's was brilliant, absolutely brilliant for sure. Elizabeth is saying when it comes to New York, now she's saying go early December. The tree at Rockefeller is stunning. The decorations around the streets were fab. Very briefly, my initial plan was the first time I went 8 years ago would be summer. I was going to go again a few years ago, also summer, and then the third time I would go would be winter time, and then any future times, just whenever. So that was my initial plan, but I would like to go at Christmas time. Who wouldn't? And that is a place that I didn't get to the last time, Elizabeth, and I would love to go, and that is Stardust Diner, where they all just start singing away when it comes to the diner.
Have you been to Balthazar? For a restaurant, and they do a brunch, and all the pastries come in a bread basket made out of chocolate bread.
Ooh, nice.
That's really good. No good if you're cutting out carbs.
Yeah. So I'm just laughing. Zoe Carver is not a big fan of tomatoes. Yeah. It just reminds her of something. That's all I'm going to say. And Alison is saying, Craig, go down to Lower East Side to Cat's Deli for the fantastic corned beef and pastrami sandwich that could feed an army. It's where Harry Met Sally was filmed. Oh. Tracy's nodding as well. Yeah, didn't get there the last time. I'd love to go there. Do you know something? I've not even seen that film.
Have you not?
I've seen that scene.
Yeah, me too.
I think everyone's seen that scene.
Yeah.
But I've never actually seen the film, but I would like to go there for sure. That would be good, yeah. Johnny and Gemma, they love New York as well, been a few times. Right, let's have a look, because we're coming to the end of the show already. We've got some deals for you. Now remember, you are going to be taking advantage of your double points with these ones, so maybe this is then going to be the incentive for you to go ahead and get your hands on them. This is going to be your Shimmer Ink Pad collection. 10-piece collection, $53.91, $71.91, saving a 10%. Plus your double points. But if you are platinum, it comes down to $43.13 or $57.53. You've got your Queen Bee. You've then got your Frosted Mint. You've then got your Amethyst. You've then got your Raspberry. You've got your Tropic Blue. I adore that colour. We've got Peach Rose. We've got, can't read it upside down, Starlit Sky. We've also then got our Lime Soda. We've got our Sugar Plum. I just think of Buddy the Elf when it comes to that one. And then we've got Toffee Apple as well. You're going to get all of these. Remember, these initially launched within our 17th birthday last October and sold out and sold out and then sold out. Now, if you are going to go for them this weekend, up till midnight your time, you are going to be getting double points on them as well. So that's your Shimmer Ink Pad, which may just complement something that Princess Lily is going to be showing you tomorrow within First Look, also from Spectrum Noir. If you want to get your hands on them, that's a saving of 10% on that today's price. Also on Shop Today. but what we are going to be having a look at later on, so we've just touched upon it, we've not demonstrated it, but we've touched upon it, and that is a brand new launch of our Crafters Inspiration Edition number 2. Now within this one here, myself and Becky, we will be flip-flopping later on. I'll be demonstrating all of the demos and Becky will be on this side, and this is where we're going to showcase Inspiration number 2. Now it's Crafters Companion magazine. It's in collaboration with Practical Publishing. Now what does that mean? That means that you've got the best of the best when it comes to publication magazine at Practical Publishing, and then what we do best with the ideas, the inspirations, the products as well, teamed together, and then this is where we've got our magazine issue 2. This is a showstopper deal. You've got the magazine, but what you're also going to get is your Score Master and Score Tool. You're going to get your full pack of silver luxury cards, so 10 shedless glitter, 10 mirror, 10 satin, plus the extras on the front. You're going to get a full pack of your A5 heavyweight acetate that's got the protective film on it, just so that you're aware, and you're also going to get a roll of your foam on a roll. Now when the magazine comes itself, you guys know by now, you get extras, and this is no exception. Now the magazine itself, when you go into the middle, this is all about your Bohemian collection. So if you got your collection yesterday, what you're also going to get is all these extra toppers. You're just going to then cut them out, or if you've got some of your smaller dies, you can then start to use these ones. And then you've got all these gorgeous double-sided matte papers that are going to work perfectly with your Bohemian collection. Now not only that, what you're also going to get, just say with the papers, as well as what I'm showing you, are exclusive to edition number 2. So it's still Sarah's signature Bohemian collection, but what I'm showing you are not included and will never ever be included within the collection and will never be included on their own. You can only get these with the magazine. You've got your 4x6 embossing folder. You've also got your stamp set as well. We'll be demonstrating these later on in launch day. And then you're also then going to be getting your, do you know something, all throughout the show, Becky, I've been trying to think of the word, is it Dreamcatcher? Dreamcatcher, just come to me right at the end, and Johnny said it as well. So you can start to create your Dreamcatcher if you want to,
Nice.
you know, card, you know, media form, you can absolutely do that. So the papers, the toppers, the dies, the stamps, and the folder. These are then going to extend on what was already a humongous Sarah Signature Bohemian collection. You're then just going to make it even bigger with these items. Once again, these are exclusive to the item, so if you got the collection yesterday, you'll have not got these. You won't be able to get these unless you get them with the magazine. Now, it's a great deal when it comes to that Showstopper collection, because you've got a lot of essentials there, being a platinum price of £32 or $40. You've got your 150 extra bonus points, but up till midnight on Monday, your time, you're going to get double points for the celebration of the King's coronation tomorrow. So what does that mean? That then now becomes 300 extra bonus points just for this weekend.
Wow.
So it could then take you to the next level already.
That's a lot.
Absolutely. Wow, indeed. Now, maybe like me, you're thinking, well, Craig, I've got a couple of scoreboards. You know, okay, cardstock comes in handy, but I've got lots of silver. I don't need any more. I don't need acetate. I just want the magazine. You can do that. Maybe you couldn't quite reach for the full collection that launched yesterday, but you want that little bit of a taster where you've got the magazine, you've got the papers, you've got the toppers, you've got the ideas, inspiration. There's inspiration from Colour Your World in there as well. There's a full feature from Leanne in there as well. You're getting the box, you're getting the magazine, and you're getting all those exclusive Bohemian collection items in there as well, for $14.99 or $24.95. If you're platinum, that comes down to $11.99 or $19.96. You would get your 50 extra bonus points, which you are getting. But of course, with the celebrations this weekend, you're getting double points on everything up till midnight on Monday, your time. So then that then means you're going to get that with 50 extra bonus points, whether it is today, tomorrow, or of course the next couple of days. I envision, Becky, that most people, let's not say everyone, most people that have got the Bohemian collection yesterday are going to get this. Maybe magazines aren't a form that you get inspiration from. Maybe you prefer online, maybe you prefer social media. But to get the magazine just for those exclusive Bohemian collections that you're not going to get anywhere else, I think many of you might do that, or just because you couldn't quite reach for the full collection. It's giving you that taste. got folder stamps as well as all the papers.
Well, I love those papers in there, though, doesn't it? And they're different papers to the papers you'd get in the main collection? Or the
I believe so, yeah.
That's brilliant.
All exclusive within that magazine.
Fantastic. It's well worth having then, isn't it?
It really is. So myself and Becky, we'll show you in a lot more detail coming up launch day, 6 o'clock here in the UK, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Let's not forget, Becky will be on this side, I'll be on the other side. That's me. Until then, you're back in an hour's time with Ben with Softer Side.
Yep,
what you
I
showing?
am. Yeah, we've got loads of deals for you again. So lots of bits and pieces to show you. I'm going to send Craig my shopping list to get him to go and do my food shop for me in the break. I might as well make him work.
Me as well. Make most of the time, eh? Right, I'll see you at the end of the day for launch day with Becky. Becky will see you in an hour's time with the man himself, Ben. He'll be here with Becky for that Softer Side. And then, we will do that launch of our brand new Global Crafters Inspiration magazine. It's already popular. Just to say as well, both options are popular, both magazine on its own and also that Showstopper. So you've still got plenty of time to decide on which one that you want. Do you want that Showstopper collection with the extras, or do you just want the magazine, or do you just want the magazine because you just want those extras that you're not going to get with that Bohemian collection? It's all there on the website, .co.uk.com.au. It's all on there, shop the day as well. So whether it's the magazine, Softer Side items that Becky's been showing as well, even some items I've got here we've not even had a chance to have a look at. If you are going to be doing some of your softer crafts as well as some of your fabric mediums, check out a brand new pick of the day as well, where you're going to be getting, not the red coat, Becky? It's not the red coat, fabric coat. And your stabiliser as well when it comes to that pick of the day, a really good essential. That's there as well. I'll see you at the end of the day. Becky will see you in an hour. Tracy will see you in the next show as well. See you then.